Hello and welcome to Bangladesh Today. I am Smita Prakash. Bangladesh celebrated its 43rd Independence Day in grand style last week. On 26th March 1971, the independence of Bangladesh was declared by the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and the liberation war began. The people of the then East Pakistan took part in this war to liberate Bangladesh from Pakistan. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman declared secularism and socialism to be state principles. Independence for Bangladesh was achieved through an almost 9-month civil struggle against the Pakistani army and their local collaborators who were commonly known as Razakars. The Mukti Bahini or the freedom fighters, with the support from the Indian army, finally overpowered the Pakistan army on 16th December 1971. People of Bangladesh had realized that being part of Pakistan, which was created on the two-nation theory, there was not much possibility for the vibrant and inclusive culture of Bangladesh to thrive. The Bengali language was the most important medium of the cultural expression for the people of the then East Pakistan. The refusal of the central government in West Pakistan to give official status to Bengali became the tipping point of this struggle. To celebrate the 43rd Independence Day in a memorable and historic manner, more than 200,000 people from various walks of life, including Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, came together in Dhaka to collectively sing the national anthem Amar Sonar Bangla. The organizers claimed that they had set a new world record which was fit to be registered in the Guinness Book of World Records.
আমরা এখানে লাখো কোটি একসাথে এই বিজয় দিবসে স্বাধীনতা দিবসে জাতীয় সঙ্গীত একসাথে লাখো কণ্ঠে গাইব 3 লক্ষের উপর লোকে কণ্ঠে গাইব এইজন্য আমরা এখানে সমবেত হয়েছি
Before this event, the world record of greatest number of people to sing the same national or regional anthem at the same time belonged to India's corporate Sahara's event in Lucknow city, when about 120,000 people sang India's national anthem. The Guinness Book officials said that they would come up with an official statement on the Bangladeshi record after certain processes and scrutiny of the event. Also, as part of the Independence Day celebrations, thousands of Bangladeshis congregated at the National Memorial in Savar and offered wreaths to the martyrs of 1971. Bangladesh had previously formed the world's largest human national flag as it celebrated the 42nd Victory Day on December 16, 2013, marking the surrender of Pakistani troops to Indo-Bangla Joint Command in Dhaka after the 9-month war. Meanwhile, in a related development, Bangladesh has moved the court seeking to ban the largest Islamist party, Jamaat-e-Islami, for its involvement in crimes against humanity during the 1971 Liberation War. To add to this, social activists and journalists have urged the tribunals and government to also punish the Pakistani war criminals. Bangladesh's International Crimes Tribunal ICT appointed investigators in their submission to the prosecution have recommended the ban on Jamaat-e-Islami. Motiur Rahman, investigating officer, handed over the 373-page report along with files of proof to Chief Prosecutor Ghulam Arif Tipu. The War Crimes Tribunal has in the past termed the Jamaat a criminal organization for its anti-national role during the Liberation War of 1971. Some of the sentenced by the tribunal included prominent Jamaat leaders like Ghulam Azam, Dilawar Hussain Saidi, Abdul Qadir Mullah and others. Many have been sentenced to death, with Mullah already having been hanged.
This is the first time in this case we are planning, because we have found a lot of substances of bringing a charge of war crimes against Jamaat-e-Islam. So from that perspective, it is a unique case. And this is also going to be a unique case in the world for a different reason. That is an organization being tried for offenses not only as it stands alone, but also its all relevant organizations related to Jamaat-e-Islam will be tried along with that. Jamaat-e-Islam would, in this case, if we pursue the formal charge, would include Jamaat-e-Islam as it's the Majlis-e-Shura, that is their consultative council, the High Command, plus the student wing, which was known as Islami Chhatra Sangho in 1971. Now it is known as Islami Chhatra Shibir. There are peace committees formed in 1971 under the leadership of Jamaat-e-Islam. So peace committee will be definitely within the formal charge, and also Al-Badr, Al-Shams, all this operation unit of Jamaat-e-Islam would be included in this case. And more importantly, we will include its propaganda unit, Jamaat-e-Islam's propaganda unit in 1971, the newspaper Doinik Shangram. So we are actually having a lot more challenges ahead, because these units would have to be detailed for their charges within the formal charge. And of course we will be very cautious, because Nuremberg trial was tried long back, almost 65 years have gone. So we, standing in 2014, not only would take that as a precedence, but also would incorporate other jurisprudences that has been developed regarding trial of organization, not necessarily in the areas of genocide, crimes against humanity or war crimes, but in other areas, for example, trial of organizations for terrorism. So we will incorporate all those jurisprudence, and definitely would try to make adjustment with the 1973 Act under which this trial is going to take place. So prosecution is having a really tough time at this moment to scrutinize it very carefully, and then to come up with a formal charge as soon as possible.
Prominent journalist and filmmaker Shahryar Kabir said the Islamist forces like Jamaat pose a major challenge before the present government.
Well, the number one challenge of Sheikh Hasina's government, what we view, that is rise of Islamic militancy, terrorism in the name of Islam, that is being perpetrated by Jamaat-e-Islami, Hifazat-e-Islam, and backed by BNP, one of the largest political party of Bangladesh. Because of BNP, this Jamaat-e-Islami and Hifazat-e-Islam, as well as other, fundamentalist and extremist groups, became so violent, and we have seen their violence starting from February 2013. And we have seen the attacks on the religious minorities. There are, communal persecution, and there are, attack on free thinkers, attack on the, secular democratic political parties, as well as they have even attacked the state, identity of the state, that secular democratic views of Bangladesh. So it is a matter of great concern. Until and unless we ban this type of politics, the politics of Jamaat-e-Islami, that generate hate against other faith, that generate terrorism, that promotes terrorism, and that justify killing other people in the name of Islam. So this type of politics should be stopped and should be banned in Bangladesh, because we have created Bangladesh for a secular democracy, and we have seen this type of killing in 1971. 3 million people were being killed in the name of Islam, in the name of religion. We do not like to see any more killing in the name of Islam or in any religion. That's why we are asking government repeatedly that this type of politics should be banned in Bangladesh.
The Jamaat-e-Islami has long been organizing violent protests to destabilize the democratically elected government of the Awami League. It has also often been linked to several larger terrorist organizations such as the Taliban, Harkat-ul-Jihad-e-Islami, Jamaat-ul-Mujahideen, and the Al-Qaeda. Kabir also said that the War Crimes Tribunal should also try and prosecute war criminals from Pakistan.
According to the Tripartite Act between Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, 195 Pakistani prisoners of wars were given clemency and they were not tried, because the Pakistani foreign minister, one of the signatories of that treaty, he said categorically before signing the treaty that if Bangladesh hand over those 195 prisoner of war to Pakistani authority, then Pakistan is going to try them. Unfortunately, till now, Pakistan didn't try any of the war criminals, alleged war criminals who were listed in the 195. But our view is very clear. It was a political decision. The treaty that signed in 1974 between three countries, so it was absolutely a political decision. It has nothing to do with the trial or the international legal system, because according to our constitution, any treaty signed by Bangladesh to any other country, that should be ratified in our parliament. This tripartite agreement or treaty, whatever we say, it was never been ratified by our parliament, number one. Number two, the Pakistani authorities didn't try those alleged war criminals, so we have every right to try them. And number three, most important, according to the Vienna Convention, there is a principle of jus cogens. That means there are certain crimes no country, no government can pardon anywhere or any time. So according to the principles of jus cogens, Bangladesh can try perpetrators of genocide anytime, anywhere, and that is the international law. And we can always try those 195 Pakistani alleged war criminals and who were listed at that time. So I think Bangladesh time has come to consider that, to think about it, and Bangladesh should start a dialogue with the Pakistani authority in respect to the trial of the 195 prisoner of wars at that time.
The Jamaat-e-Islami and its ally, the Khaleda Zia-led BNP, have maintained that they are being unfairly targeted and that they are innocent. But in reality, the Jamaat's jihad schemes has been foiled time and again by the Awami League government, which is determined not to allow Bangladesh to go the Pakistan or Afghanistan way. The young generation in Bangladesh clearly wants a government and a society that promotes pluralistic Bengali culture, not hatred. Progressive Bangladeshis say that continuing to allow the Jamaat to participate in political activism is an abuse of the very principles on which Bangladesh was formed. That's all we have for you in this episode. Thank you for watching Bangladesh Today.